Everybody. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jesus Srila Prabhupada 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 Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Caitanya,
Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya,
Mute your microphone there, somebody. Sri Advaita Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda Gaura Chandra Gauranga 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 Gaura Chandra Gauranga Gauranga Gaura Chandra Gauranga Gauranga Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra Gauranga, Gauranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gora. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Ah, Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Goranga, 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 Gora Chandra. Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Woo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There she is. Shamaguri, welcome. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gaur Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Mm. Mm. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hmm. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Ah. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya. What chapter were you reading today, Lalita? On the Prabodhanandana Saraswati one.
I will look. I don't. 10 maybe.
10,
10.
okay. All right. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya
It's
Sri Advaita Chandra. Was it 10?
9. 9.
9, okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna. Okay, the first verse in the first chapter first. Let us glorify the boundlessly merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Prince of Raj, to taste the intoxicating sweet waves of the nectar of transcendental love for Krishna, as well as give that nectar to others. He has now appeared in the transcendental abode of Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It just gets more and more clear all the time how extraordinary, boundlessly merciful this Lord Chaitanya is. He's giving so easily. I mean, I can't believe it. I don't know how it gets more clear all the time. It's just like a miracle. It's like I can almost see how, uh, well, I can see how Prabodhananda was perceiving this extraordinary mercy of Lord Chaitanya. The highest thing was being given just like naturally, automatically as a gift. This is what's been lost in the Vaishnavism and hasn't been taught. They've been teaching another path. They're teaching the path of austerities and renunciation and sadhanas to attain this. But that's all it can do is to attain this association so that you can get the clear realization of Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, that kind of a vision. And then that is the faith. Oh, really? You mean I can just get this love of Krishna? That is the highest thing in the whole, of all the paths. Usually you have to do all kinds of austerities and renunciations for lifetimes after, just like that. Yeah, it's that simple. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, don't we read it? Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's read it. Chapter 9 here. Let's see. Where is this? So let's see here. Chapter 9. Shh. Do you see why he says boundlessly merciful? I mean, this is functional, practical, real. Yeah. He is boundlessly merciful. What does that mean? Does it have any meaning? Boundlessly merciful means to attain God. Like by hard work and difficulties in many lifetimes. Is that boundlessly merciful, or is it boundlessly merciful to get love of God like you are getting? Many of you here. To have the highest level of bhakti. That's why the devotees still can't believe it, but they will. First resistance and acceptance. The scholars will start giving up their scholar. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you when this is really true? I mean, all we need is a few more witnesses. Once I tell you, once you get off your fannies and get up here and testify about the glories of which being given to you. You know, and then it makes an impact. After a while, people have to accept. They're only accepting these other paths because people are standing up for them. And when you stand up for the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you don't think people are going to go for it? They're looking for this. If you have a light, why put a bushel over it? Why put a shade over it? Put it up there on a candlestick, man. Let everybody see that mercy of Lord Chaitanya working in you. Now you're a real honest witness. Why not? It's true, isn't it? The boundlessly merciful, you're getting boundlessly merciful mercy here. See, they're standing up. No, see, all these guys, see where it's just the politicians, man. You know what's really beautiful about this? You don't need to spend millions of dollars to be a politician. or by hook or crook and lie and cheating and all that stuff. You don't have to spend all that money to be something special. You are something special with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That is really special for everybody, whether you're Donald Trump or Joe Biden. All these people, these famous amongst fools, right? They got nothing but hypocrisies and lies. The same thing, gurus. They they got nothing like this kind of mercy, and that's why they teach something else. They're false followers right now. But could be for them, could be for anybody. And see, we don't have to do any extraordinary sadhanas or efforts to promote the most special thing in this not just world, in the universe. Many people here are living examples of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And you don't have to do anything, to get to this thing where you have like a platform. You're already on the platform of something very special that Joe Biden can't give, Donald Trump can't give. You got real stuff. You got reality, eternal reality here. All they got is temporary reality stuff, and they're famous amongst people who come and go. You're famous amongst those who are here forever. Look at Paul, Peter, and James and John. They're here because they had something real, and this is even more real, more easy. This is more mercy. It's more hard to surrender to Jesus. You don't even know clearly how to do that and how to maintain it. We have all this mercy, not only ecstasy, but the knowledge that comes from it, confirmed. We have an extraordinary platform. And look how easy it's come just by accepting the mercy. Now, as a gift, because it was a gift, it always is a gift. And if it's going to be given again like it is now, it's a gift. Can you imagine if people stood up boldly and say, hey, just come receive the gift of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? It's in our Sangha. That's the way the Lord works. He works through his devotees, his flutes, his chosen flutes, and we're his chosen flutes. So why not just stand up for that? Why not? Who else? They're standing up, austerities and all these dry pundits and scholars and all that. And they will give up those paths when they see people here standing up for the mercy of Lord Chaitanya to give the highest thing. Overturn Narayan Maharaj's idea that it takes many lifetimes to take prema by standing up and showing the mercy. You're chanting right in front of people, not caring about outsiders, and show them and show them and show them ecstatic devotion and let them bitch and moan and complain until they accept, right? That's what Lord Chaitanya did. That's why love of God was preached. It's only when people didn't stop standing up for this mercy of Lord Chaitanya that it stops. See, that's why Prabhupada says this has my full approval, this kind of preaching. Why? You're preaching the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. This is where his preaching is meant to go, is to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya through the authorized distributors. Otherwise, who would believe in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? They don't believe it. They believe by austerities and renuncia and sadhanas, and they're chanting 1, 2 lakhs or 16 rounds that they're going to attain Radha and Krishna. No, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you attain Radha and Krishna. And that mercy flows through his authorized representatives, which is here in this Sangha and nowhere else I've seen. You prove it, and nobody will. None of them. They can't. I've been waiting for years for somebody to prove that they preach the real path of Lord Chaitanya. Nobody but Prabodhananda preaches it. And the books preach it. Krishnadas Kaviraj preaches it. Apply your logic, your scholarship to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and you'll see it's extraordinarily wonderful. See? And that's but it has to be done. Oh, Gora, you're so passionate. Yeah, that's right. Man, I'd rather be passionate about Lord Chaitanya's mercy than passionate about making money or passionate about building a big griha, with a lot of boats and buildings and skyscrapers. I'd be passionate about the fruit of Lord Chaitanya's mercy than passionate about fruit of material activities. That's where you apply your anger towards the demons who hate that mercy. Apply your passion to distributing this mercy. Eh? Yeah, like that, man. And shoot a bhakti by exhibiting and showing this mercy, man. Showing, letting people see. Oh yeah, I just take shelter of ecstatic devotees. We got a whole pack of them here, man. Yeah, a pack of ecstatic devotees, man. Just come into this association, man. Look, you don't have to be perfect. Yeah. Hmm. So let's see. That was a passionate thing. All right, where are we here? Okay, let's see here. Chapter 9. All glories to Gaur Chandra. He is powerful as a maddened young lion and as handsome. See, maddened young lion. How does that show up, man? Well, when you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you start to exhibit stuff like this. It's kind of like a madness. It's just intense, man. Lord Chaitanya's energy, his ecstasy, his purity, his passion, compassion, everything about that Lord is intense. It's a spiritual world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Mayapur, the transcendental one. These people start to see those qualities. That's why they're like their mouths drop open when they hear a class here. Where'd that come from? Where the devotees are not like that. Vaishnavas are dry. They're always looking like grave. And this path hasn't been taught. It hasn't been taught. It was that's what they want. Keep your mouth shut. Like River says, I with my mother. Well, wait till you get through this conditioning, and then you get into like, yeah, these friggin' Vaishnavas kept trying to push me down and keep my mouth shut. That's where I'm at. I know your people are still working on their conditioning. Their mothers and their fathers wouldn't let them speak, but I have the Vaishnavas don't want me to speak. I'm just going, man. I'm getting it out. You get that, River? How there's another level to this. See? I've been suppressed for years by Vaishnava. I lived 5 years in the Hari Guy. I need to get this out a little bit. Always don't cry in the temple room and all this crapola, man, being suppressed. And that's with oppression. See, religion is oppression still. So, and we're here to get people out of that. And then, hey, man, it may be a little exaggerated sometimes, but hey, man, you got to get it out. Lord Chaitanya was the same. He also got it out. He got angry and all this stuff, and people learned stuff by that. And then later he just went out and just chanted in ecstasy and, did. And we'll probably do the same at some point. But in the meantime, we get the truth out, get our realizations out. It's kind of a bummer. Everybody, oh, you shouldn't show. Oh, that's not true. What do you mean it's not true? It's, this stuff, our understanding comes from ecstatic worship. It is true. It is so in line with the verses, and you want to suppress that. You want speculation to be promoted. You want the demons that are inside you, that energy to be promoted. You just look nice on the outside. What did Jesus say? It's about the same thing. You guys are full of poisons. Look at that poor Ram Das Vijvasi, man. That poison's just coming out now because of Lalita's association. Piss him off, rattle, get his rattles going. Yeah. See, what did Jesus say? You're just like white sepulchres. You look really nice on the outside with your robes. See, your sannyasi robes. You look really nice, but inside you're full of dead bones. See, death, energy. The death, the modes of nature, passion, ignorance, hatreds. The same thing happened there when he was saying. He said it's not what you eat that really pollutes you. That just comes out on the ground. What pollutes you is what comes out of your mouth, the blasphemies and the yeah. But it doesn't really, because that's polluting. But that's just what's inside. When you put that on a devotee, that you're getting purified. The problem is they put that on their disciples, and disciples get poisoned and they stay down. See, they can put it over here and they get purified, but the disciples can't take it. See, they disciples believe in that energy is the truth. Can you imagine believing poison is the truth as you're being poisoned? People don't know they're being poisoned. They can't tell the difference. What is the difference between envious energy and non-envious from the Shuddha Bhakti? Nobody knows unless they contact real persons into the transcendental potency. Anything you want to say there, Shamaguri?
I'm doing better.
Huh? You feel better?
I'm doing better. Yes,
Better. Okay, good.
fortunately.
Good, good. Okay. All right, let's see here. So, Lalita, read number 100 on chapter 9.
Okay. Oh. Oh, glories to Lord Gorachandrama. He's as powerful as a maddened young lion and as handsome and splendid as a golden young plantain. He flooded this world with the ocean of pure love for Lord Krishna.
Yeah, and first everybody was resistant, like not everybody. He got the few people, like we're getting, few people come, they like this. And then Navadvip, but most were students. Oh, okay. Is that you, Shamaguri? Mute your mic there, please. Well, anyway, yeah. You know how to do that? Well, actually, your mic is okay now. It's not, it's okay. All right. Yeah. Um, Yeah. So first resistance, they people resisted this energy because it's new, it's different, and it's people are uncomfortable with change and with new things, different things. See, so at first people like, yeah, they get a little crazy about it, but after a while they started to see it's beautiful because the people that did come and more came, and when he came back from South India, he became famous. People thought there were thousands coming. And after a while, they thought, wow, then these people that resisted and were against his movement, his kirtan, sankirtan, this ecstatic worship, they swam across the river to apologize when the Lord Chaitanya. They any way they could. They were so like, you know, they're grateful that the Lord actually, that they got it. They realize these things, and yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah. Oh glory, oh glory. Oh glories to Lord Gora, who is more handsome. The millions of cupids, more pleasing to the people. The millions of moons, more affectionate. The millions of mothers, more generous. The millions of celestial desire trees, more profound, more profound than millions of oceans. Sweeter than millions of Sudha, Kshira, and Madhvika nectars, and filled with millions of wonderful sentiments of the nectar of pure love
Mm.
for Lord Krishna. Oh glories, oh glories to Lord Gora, who became like a madman, who became like a madman displaying his wonderful transcendental opulences in the company of Brahma, Shiva, and the other dancing devotees who were plunged into the waves of love for his lotus feet. Oh, oh glories to Lord Sri Sri Sachinandana. Sachinandana. His deep voice is like the roaring of millions of suns. It is more cooling the millions of moons.
Tom, read. You read. Continue. Thanks, Lolita. That's awesome.
Um, I was looking for the link digital, but I did not find it.
Oh, it's easy. Just search Nectar Moon of Lord Chaitanya. Go continue reading until he gets it, Lolita.
I will, I will. Oh, glories, oh, glories. Where was I? Where was I? His motions defeat the gracefulness of millions of mad elephants. His holy name rescues millions of misguided people.
Isn't that amazing? I love that. His holy name rescues millions of misguided people. It's so easy to change that course now.
Yeah,
You just see the truth, man. So easy. Experience it. And all of a sudden, oh, now you're guided properly. Makes it so easy. It just gives you the goal. Oh yeah, it's always been this devotion, this love, Gaur Prem. Millions of misguided people. All they have to do is take the association of those who have this mercy here. This is how easy it could be for all the devotees out there. Is just come into this association. And proof that this is the best path is if you're teaching anything else but the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, then this you might as well come here because this is the best path. Because you'll get the highest thing that you can't get on any of those other paths, even in this lifetime. You can't get what you get here. You can spend your whole life in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smitis or in religions, okay? In religions, and you won't get what people are getting here because this is the special place. It is very special. And as I said, I'm open, for somebody saying it's somewhere else, but I haven't seen, and nobody's even preaching it as anywhere. They're preaching some other path. We're preaching what Prabodhananda the Saraswati is preaching exactly to a T because we have that. You know, we've been rescued. We're rescued dogs. We've been adopted by the Lord. See? So all you dogs out there, you're all orphans, man. Even I don't care, you big titles and everything, gurus and all that, sannyasis with thousands of disciples. If you don't have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure you don't, you should just become a rescued dog. Let our Lord Chaitanya rescue you also. But you're going to have to come here and get purified by associating with ecstatic devotees. There's no other way about it. You got to come here and be with ecstatic devotees because you can't do it on your own. You have to do it with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya where he's working in that rare place. And that's just how it is. And then you get it so easily as you are. You don't, you just come. If he sees that, oh, wow, you're taking shelter of the real devotees, the ones who are not orphans anymore. They found their mother and father, Radha and Krishna, in the form of Lord Chaitanya. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
And continuing with all glories to the splendid lamp. Is that the right text?
I'm trying to find it back. Is deep for the roaring.
There are numbers here.
Yeah,
like
yeah. The splendid lamp of Navadvip. Yeah.
Okay. All, all glories to the splendid lamp of Navadvip. All glories to the splendid lamp of Navadvip, which, shining with the oil of transcendental love, shining with the oil of transcendental love, destroys the darkness in the cave of the heart, and illuminates the barren, thorn-filled, impassable, and treacherously
Hey, Tom,
winding
read
path.
with
Yes.
some life. Read with energy, man.
Yeah. Okay. I wake up, Tom.
Yeah. And read that verse again.
All glories to the splendid lamp of Navadvip, which, shining with the oil of transcendental love, destroys the darkness in the cave of the heart, and illuminates the barren, thorn-filled, impassable, and treacherously winding path that leads to the swiftly flowing nectar stream of the bliss of pure love of Krishna. Well, all glories to the splendid lamp. All glories to the splendid lamp of Navadvip. Burning the moths of false logic from far away, as cooling as millions of moons, shining with transcendental sweetness, removing the darkness in both the outside world and the heart.
Yeah, you see how this is Bhagavatam. See, removing the darkness of the outside world. You say, see the world is, it's really like that. See, highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others. See, so you have this ecstatic devotion, awakened, and it gives you the ability to point out, you see, that's dark, that's dark, that's darkness. Don't chase after that. That's an illusion, that's an illusion, that's an illusion. See? Because you have this ecstatic devotion. Now, that's a lamp. It's like, you have a torch, you go into a dark cave. Hey, well, that's what this is. This is what love of God is. It's a torch in your heart that allows you to see what's really going on in this dark cave of the material world. That's why the Bhagavatam is so beautiful. It illuminates all this darkness. And this devotion is so beautiful because it's like the torch that illuminates the darkness. And then through the mouth, see, then you help. It's like lighting people, lighting their path so they can see. They're blind. You open their blind eyes, their darkened eyes, with by preaching what you see because of the. See, that's guru. That's they, you see because they've got the torch in their heart, and they remove all of that, all these obstacles just by their preaching. See, you're born. See, then your torch is lit, and you're born of the word. See, you're born. See, it gets you get away from bad association. You know? So you gotta, that's the main thing, is just to watch out for the bad association in this world, and just stay in this association. Is, don't take on the crapola of the world. Don't take on the crap. You don't have to. And even the devotees here, they're getting purified. So you don't have to take on their conditionings and stuff like that either. Just stay with the mercy here. And everybody's in the shower, you know, and just realize the Lord ain't waiting for us to be perfect. See, the Lord's not taking offenses. That's a beautiful thing. He keeps us with Him. He's not taking offenses because we're not perfect. See, so as we advance, we'll be doing more like that also. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead there, Lolita. Oh no, Tom. Tom, sorry.
Yeah, I love this first part. Burning the moths of false logic from far away.
Yeah, see, from far away. This see how we're doing it just by this preaching. False logic. We point out everything very logically and clearly. See, if you're really empowered by the real devotees of Lord Caitanya, you'd be like the verses. You'd be doing exactly these things because the Lord is working through you, just like He was then. They were preaching like this. They were using the Bhagavatam to destroy the false logic. You see how we're doing that. You see how these guys, they can't come up against it. All they can do is blaspheme and criticize. Right? The elite is trying to have a nice conversation with these guys, and all they want to do is blaspheme because they can't come up with a real answer. They got to try to push you down and suppress you, right? Oh, you're a woman. You should put a bonnet on your head and be quiet. See, but they can't see. No, no, yeah, it's just you're empowered now. Yeah, you baloney, man. No way, Jose. No, you're empowered. See, from within is more powerful than they're trying to squat. See, that's the illusory energies always trying to hide the bhakti. And now becoming empowered because the Lord's real desire is getting stronger in us. His desire is to preach bhakti, is to deliver. His desire is to deliver the world. Hey, but you have to deliver it from false logic. People have to listen to the devotees who worship the Lord, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, with loving ecstasy that Lord Chaitanya has given. Come on, man, get this loving ecstasy Lord Chaitanya has given. He's going to make people easily, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You become a devotee Bhagavat when that happens. Look how many devotee Bhagavats we're making here because the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is really here. You become look at how many Bhagavad Gita. Is Lalita not a Bhagavad Gita 10:10? Or anybody else that worships with loving as isn't River. She has the bonnet. It's a headpiece. Even Saint Paul was into that. See, yeah, they. It's with Saint Paul. I tell you, this is a higher. This is this is a deeper revelation and realization than that. You see, the bonnet thing, they want you to have a bonnet on. And also with Prabhupada and Bhaktisana, the Lord is always deepening the revelation. That's what it's all about. That's why Prabhupada says, yeah, yeah, okay, that revelation is being given now. Okay, you're sitting there powering up with all this ecstatic worship. Now dump it on the world. Look at all that's lacking in Krishna consciousness movement is this realization. You see, if people had faith in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and the mercy of Lord Chaitanya's real devotees who have this real devotion, that would be it. That's all you need. And it's a faith thing, and faith in being around ecstatic devotees, and everything is accomplished. Purification, everything comes automatically. Things you can't do. You can chant till you're blue in the face. You can chant your one or even two or three lakhs and can't get what you get here because we got the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. See, and they can't get it with their, even if they chanted 3 lakhs, because it's with offenses. And the bottom line is, the book is telling you, hey, you can chant for millions of lifetimes Hare Krishna and not get the ecstatic love in the Hare Krishna mantra that we have already. Millions of lifetimes. So where is the real path? You see how we're destroying the false logicians? After a while, they got to realize, wow, you're right. Yeah, you guys do have the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Man, it's in your sea. You chant Hare Krishna. Look at Lalita chants in ecstasy. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the highest mantra that you can't get. If you have offenses, then after millions of lifetimes, you cannot get what she's got. But she's got it because she came here because this real mercy is being distributed here. And Johan and others. And River, and even Tom, and anybody else that is getting some tears that's hears about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's here, 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 here. Do you see the logic in the mercy of the Lord when it's here? It's like it was 500. Why should it be any different? Why should the Holy Spirit that Jesus promoted and distributed be any different now than it was 2,000 years ago? So apply your logic here. You see, the problem is Vaishnavas don't even know what the Holy Spirit is. See, I knew when I came to Vaishnavism because I had received it. I was born again already. But most Vaishnavas haven't had that birth, so they don't know. So, why should Lord Chaitanya's mercy of giving the gift of ecstatic love be any different then than now? The only difference now is a lack of the real authorized devotees who also have that kind of ecstasy awakened in their heart. That's the only thing. The only reason Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Bhaktivinoda did not distribute it, it wasn't time to lay such a heavy purification on people. Now is the time. And that's why they come one by one. You see, we don't, you can go and see these gurus, they have thousands sometimes who watch them on Facebook Live. Not thousands, maybe they get a couple hundred, maybe. And they're famous and all that. We get 17. That's pretty good, actually. Because this kind of thing it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's extraordinary, yet still you got to get purified. Look, right? Shamaguri, she's going through stuff, right? You go through stuff. Is worth it though? You'll see there'll be more room for bhakti there, Shamaguri. That's your showing Krishna that you really want him. You'll go through whatever it takes. See? And that's just how, so those come, we can deal with them. See, and then the people, you see, our numbers are growing, right? Look at, like, got Dean over there. He's a real cheerleader now. See, he's getting realizations. Obviously, he should come on too. You guys start coming on here, and then we'll make a big party of it. Then people see, wow, you guys are really, juicy, man. There are a lot of people are already saying that, man. You guys got life. You got juice. You know, yeah. After a while, it's like you look here and then you look at the boring Vaishnavas right now. You're boring unless you get the mercy, Lord Chaitanya. You're boring. Come on, man. After a while, they're gonna see. Let your light shine before men. Didn't Jesus say that? If you have a light, don't put a shade over it. So they said for everybody, don't put a shade. Preach. If you don't come on live, then go do something right, and let your light shine before men. What you're getting here, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, your love for Krishna, your enthusiasms, put it before men. They're in darkness without this mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They're Vaishnavas. They're on this path. See, you're not alive until you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya or Jesus Christ, even. And we got an edge over that because we know how it comes. These guys, they're not clear about it. We have Siddhanta and deep theology. Yeah, it's a no brainer. You come into this association, Lord Chaitanya has given us the mercy, and we're actually authorized distributors. We don't believe you, go on. Well, hey man, it's here, and we'll continue to show that 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, we're gonna have these classes going and going and going because we're highly inspired, and you're not like this. So after a while, you got to say, well, I guess the mercy is here. Demonstration of it. Say, Mayavati is back. Let's see what she has to say. Mayavati is here too when she gets a mercy of Lord's net. Ha ha ha. Well, you just get the radiance here. You just, somehow or other, Krishna brings you here, so it'll just, you just get the emanation will just take away all your speculations and all that stuff. I know how to deal with you there, Mayavati. We're just gonna let you get the.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When people they ask me like, can you assist me with this? Can you help me with this?
With
And
what?
they have these material goals, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want they
Oh, I
ask
help
me.
there with their goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
they ask me if I can help with
yeah.
with um,
So what's your question?
um I want to help them on a deeper level. So should I answer their question and help them on that level, because it feels I'm empowering them on another path, and not on
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
real
yeah,
deep
yeah. You
path.
don't have to do that, man. You don't have to do. You're not obligated. See, I try to tell Sachi this all the time. You're not obligated to feed all these homeless. They're going to always be homeless people. You're not obligated to give them all shelter and be burned out by your following some other path. There's plenty of pious people out there doing these things. Follow this path with everything, heart and soul. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Give this, and they might say, "I don't care about this. I want to." We'll go out and there, go to soup kitchen out there. Yeah. You know what your path is, but the problem is you're all over the place, people. Well, I got to do this, I got to do that, and do this, and you're serving. Well, you don't have to. You can just, if you have faith, you can just say, "Well, this is my work. I'm here on this path, man. Yeah. Hey, are you interested?" Oh, no, no, I just want you to help me with my mundane life. Oh, well, good. Well, you'll have to find somebody else. I'm on this path. You want this help? No, 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 no. or yes, yes, yeah, okay, well, good, I can help you here. That's not the other stuff is not my job. I'm not here for that. Go look for somebody else to help you. That will really help you stay clear if you're in that idea. You don't have to do any. You're not obligated to the demigods. If you really get clear about this, you're not. You have no duty materially or to the demigods. Nada. They have to come to you to get them this mercy. You are here to add to the demigods. You become a spiritual master to the demigods by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. See? Only the Mayavadis are obligated to serve everybody. See, they see God is they're one with God. They gotta. Bhagavad Gita says that you gotta at last you attain the Lord. See, after a long many lifetimes you attain the Lord by serving anyone and everyone all the time. And without discrimination, you just like give and give and give after many lifetimes. See, but here you can have it in this lifetime. You attain the Lord, and then you give that Lord out to everyone. Why wouldn't everybody? You can help anybody, but not everybody's ready to accept that. But they'll sure want to rip you off of your time. Oh yeah, so you're serving people who don't give a shit about you. Don't give a shit about Lord Chaitanya. See, so talk about time wasting. See, like Mayavadi, you come here, you don't come here to really get anything. You don't come here to learn something. You just come here to I don't know why. Are you clear? Let me ask you, Mayavati, why are you here? What is your intention? What do you want? So you answer that. And even answer, see, maybe you didn't even hear my question. You might be lost in all these things in your mind. I don't know. But what do you want? What do you come here for? I get hugs every day. I want the real love. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you got some duty, like you're married or something and your husband or wife's not into this, you got to, just balance it out. But you know what's real. I love some people here. They feel them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But when
that's
you come
something.
here, yeah, when you come here, there must be a deeper attraction. That's what I feel. It's more it's a deeper attraction. It's more conclusive than your previous goals.
Ah, she comes for to feel the good energy. Okay, that's okay. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So just make it an energy thing with Mayavati. You don't have to sit there spend hours trying to, you're not going to convince the lady. Just let her feel the good energy, and use your time, to do something not yeah, she just comes for to feel the good energy. So that's good. Okay, great. All right, so let's see. Go ahead, read on there, Tom.
Burning the moths of false logic from far away, as cooling as millions of moons, shining with transcendental sweetness, removing the
Yeah.
darkness in
You
both the
see, this is
outside.
the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. If you're not experiencing that, if you don't have the logic and the clarity that comes from the cooling love that Lord Chaitanya came to give, it cools everything. It purifies, it cools, it's like taking an inner shower like this, and then it gives you clarity, and then you preach the truth. You just show people how to get it. Isn't that what an easy path? You just tell people, hey, just come into the association of Lord Chaitanya's devotees, and very easily you'll attain Krishna. It's the same thing. Johann used to preach that the Rasika Nandana's glorification of his guru, who had the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Okay? Shamananda, he said, oh, come to Shamananda, my guru. He says, if you want to attain Krishna very easily, Oh, he's just you just come here into this associate very easily you'll attain Krishna. It's the same preaching now. Same, exactly, no difference. Look, where you attain the mercy of Krishna. What does that mercy show up? Ecstatic devotion, man, that you see here. That the Vaishnavas, this is the resistance. They've never seen it. It wasn't really preached clearly by Prabhupada. See, he was preaching rules, regulations, and temples. Wasn't preached clearly by Bhakti Siddhanta, right? So it's not surprising the devotees have resistance. This is unusual, right? Just like Jesus preaching was where was resistance there? Why? Because it wasn't preached by Moses and the acharyas, that the prophets, that it could be so easy just by believing in Jesus, that he was there, preaching the Holy Spirit, and if you accepted his word. See, it's accepting the word of God, the inspired word of God comes from his real prophets. See, prophets, you want a prophet? Listen to a prophet, and you really profit. A prophet is an acharya. What is the message God has given? Oh, we are really lucky this message is coming. Otherwise, it would be bhakti as usual, Vaidi, lots of hard work for another few generations. Look at you guys. You're coming here and seeing with your own eyes the mercy of Lord Caitanya. And all we do is clarify and just keep pointing you in the book. You see, it's here, it's here, it's here. Hey, you blind people, open your eyes, man. We'll scratch the scales off your eyes. So you see, this same mercy he is describing in this book is here. And people, whoever develops faith that, well, I'm convinced like that. That's why you got to come for a while. Let's take the scales off your eyes and get the wax out of your ears. Seeing all that speculation that went in there. People teaching you other useless paths. Everything is useless. Can you imagine that? You wonder why he said and I say that these paths are useless when the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. You have to follow these paths for lifetimes, even the Vaidhi path for more than one lifetime. And you still won't get this mercy until you find a real associate, Lord Chaitanya, distributing it. The best any of those paths can do is to bring you here. The best of your suffering out there in the world, the best fruit of that is to bring you here. The best cultivation of whatever knowledge you're doing out there in a new age or Christianity or Muslims is to bring you here to the mercy of the Lord. There's never, what do you think? It's just a bunch of words? The boundlessly merciful Lord Chaitanya. Boundless means boundless. People, they just go over these words. They're just words. See, everything words in this world, just words. Even St. Francis, he heard people talk, just words, man. They have no deep meaning except the words of Christ for him, the words of a devotee, and now the words of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya that's glorifying, putting it up on the candlestick for everybody to see. It's real here, man. Is more real than anything. It's more real than those preachers out there preaching all these useless, long, difficult paths. This is a path for everybody. Look at this. Maria just walked up on from another path and boom, got the mercy like that. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, for me personally, it feels I can become functional. It's functional to burn their speculations. I have to also be active. I can say no, but it's more efficient. It's more functional when I actively burn their speculations.
Yeah, if they're open to it, you can. It's just You can share, and maybe they'll be receptive, maybe there'll be room, maybe not. And you can be nice to people. I mean, you don't have to be on there. See, every people in the world, they use. That's just how it is. They use people. See, so you have something to give that is extraordinary, and yeah, and anybody who helps you will be benefited spiritually.
Yes. You. Okay. And its wick, removing the darkness in both the outside world and the heart. And its wick, splendid with the oil of love, the splendid, golden, and wonderful lamp of Navadvip mercifully shines in
You
this
know,
world.
I love that the removing the darkness from the outside and in the heart. That's where you know the mercy of the Lord is, Lord Chaitanya. See, removes the darkness in the heart and the outside world. That's how you see Krishna inside and outside. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is extraordinary like that. Nobody else gets that. You know. See, the darkness removed in our heart shows us the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and the truth about that. And that's all we're here to do is to witness for that truth. And so the Lord needs witnesses. Otherwise, this, you see, other paths are going on. Even in Vaishnavism, they're teaching, even though this is in the book, right? The mercy is in Chaitanya Charitamrita saying, oh, yeah, you just can get it. But it needs the devotee, the living devotee, to make it clear. See, to distribute it, to awaken it in others. Otherwise, it's not strong enough just in a book. That's why the people are Ritviks, right? They stay in that. They think they know all about it, but because Lord Chaitanya hasn't awakened in their heart, therefore all they can do is speculate. They cannot remove the darkness outside. They can't take that out, and they can't remove the darkness inside because they haven't received the light. They got to get it through just saying, well, they really got it. It's like Balaram, he writes this nice thing about Lalita, and all that. But that's still the hypocrisy. They write it, but they don't act it. See, they write, oh yeah, she's got it and everything, but they don't accept it. But when he does, and he will, I think, in due course, when he does, then he'll see what we're talking about. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
And its wick, splendid with the oil of love, the splendid, golden, and wonderful lamp of Navadvip mercifully shines in this world at every moment. Mercifully shines in this world at every moment.
Yeah, at every moment, because he was there. See, we need examples like that. Otherwise, once the light goes out, the devotees unmanifest, okay, then the mercy, you can see, where is it? Nobody can bring that book to life. Proof is they didn't do it until now, until our Sangha is doing it. We're resurrecting that realization of that mercy. See, by being examples of that mercy. Otherwise, it's covered. It's like, oh, it's got a covering over it. We remove the covering. Show the splendid path of pure devotional service, which is simply the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Just receive the mercy. Believe in these devotees here. That's it. Have faith in these devotees. And watch out, watch out. Don't look at the conditioning of the devotees here. Don't let that stop you from the mercy. Don't actually, You got to understand people getting the mercy, even though they're full of shit inside here. If they have faith in this preaching, the Lord's saying, I ain't going to wait. I'm going to activate in them. So and just as they stay around, and it's not about forcing the purification and all that stuff. You don't have to force everybody to be purified. Just let them, just let them be here and bask in the radiance and hear and chant and like this. You don't have to for and don't leave because oh, this devotee is full of shit, and then be so mean and all this. Hey, people are getting the mercy here, and that's all. You just need to be tolerant if you can do it, and or just give respectful distance that you need. But the Lord ain't waiting for you to become perfect. See, you have to see the symptoms of the mercy in somebody. So, yeah, that's the main thing. So don't let our sangha break apart because oh, that person's got. Don't look at the faults in that way. Look at the mercy in there, and the more the devotion awakens in the heart, the better. Then all these things go more and more. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the word vigraha, form, and swarupa means embodiment. It's used like um, Satchitananda Vigraha. Vigraha is the communication part where um, there's a
Well, read the verse that you're talking about so that we put it into context.
I don't know the
Where?
verse.
Oh, you don't know the verse. Oh, the
No,
verse
no,
isn't there.
it's just this combination Satchitananda Vigraha.
Oh, Vigraha, Vigraha.
Yeah. So there is this quality of Satchitananda, and then the Vigraha, the form, is needed to bring it to the people, to bring it, to communicate it, to show, like you said. The
Well,
Vigraha, the
actually,
form is
yeah,
needed to
yeah, yeah,
show.
yeah. Actually, Satchitananda, the Satchitananda is the form. Also, has to be within the form. See, it's the form. Our spiritual body has to be within this form here, so that it can be communicated to the world. Otherwise, it's just like Lord Chaitanya is here, Nityananda is here, but they need to be in form for it to be communicated to the world. See,
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're an advanced devotee, you just chant their form. Their form is here. It's in their name. It's non-different. And if you're advanced devotee, you can chant their mantras, and they're there. But not everybody's like that. They have obstacles in the way, and their faith and all this, or they're speculating. They don't. They're not. So they need to go and be purified by being around Satchitananda devotees in a form. See, that's the living guru, so important, because they're the form of Satchitananda within their form.
Yeah. And the other word is Swarupa. Satchitananda Swarupa. It means embodiment. It's the same. It
Same,
means, yeah,
embodied. It's
yeah,
in the body. See, so the Satchitananda in the body here. It's very important. That's why you got the deity. But the deity is slower because you don't see the deity crying. You don't see the deity preaching to you. you know, but that's why the living devotee is more powerful in purification,
more functional again. Yes.
more functional. This is more functional.
Oh, I love this verse. You make me able to taste really this verse we are reading.
Read it again.
Okay. Burning the moths of false logic from far away, as cooling as millions of moons, shining with transcendental sweetness, removing the darkness in both the outside world and the heart and its
Yeah, you
weight.
see the shining with transcendental sweetness. That's like when you see devotees chanting in ecstasy. Shining. It's shining. It's like a jewel shining in a world. See? Yeah. So everything in that verse you become. You become that verse. empowered version of those verses. See, everything. That's why the purport is just a comment on the verse. That's the experience of a devotee. It helps make it more clear what that mercy is and how to go for that. That's what you get here. Read that verse again.
Burning the moths of false logic from far away.
Yeah, so that's what you get here. You see that in the preaching of a devotee. False logic, even from far. Look, I'm over in Playa del Carmen, and the person in the North Pole, if they turn their camera on, we can burn their false logician. Acharya Dev, if he turns on, he'll just burn his false logic, to the ground, and teaching these other useless paths. Radhanath also, we can, if he turns on his camera, we can just burn his false logic. If you're not teaching this path, you're false, you're logician. Your bad logic. This is the most logical thing to do, is to accept the mercy of Lord Caitanya. I will never back down from that, because this is proven time and time again. This is the best path, is the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and that's here. If you're not teaching this path, you're bogus, and you should just step aside. That was the preaching of Prabodhananda Saraswati. He said the people are following all these useless paths. When this one is here, everything's useless. It might as well be useless because you're going to take more births. Here, you finish it. Come here for 30 days and I'll prove to you if you really want to know. If you come here and you want to know. If you just come here just to feel good or something, maybe it'll take 60 days or 180 days. I don't know. Maybe 3 years. Who knows? Get you to the point of where, you really want to know. Like, yeah, I really want, whatever that takes. Even I think we can keep people here for 5 years if they just feel good being here, right? If she continues to feel good, she'll come and gradually wear away all this stuff in the way. See, go ahead. What's the rest of the verse?
Shining with transcendental sweetness.
Here, you got that here too. See, the book is there and the experience is here. See, that's the devotee Bhagavat and book Bhagavat. And by the action of the devotee Bhagavat and the book Bhagavat, see, the book and the devotee who has relation, has it with that verse. They're the living embodiment of that verse. Okay? The sweetness, you can say, oh, wow, yeah, I can get that here. You see how we direct people? We show the way, man. The way is the devotees. They're the embodiment of these verses, man. Living color. No black and white. You get living color here. See, if you're not this verse, you're amongst the dead. Why look for the living amongst the dead? See, the living are those who live, are the embodiments of these verses, and prove it. What's the rest of the verse, Tom?
As cooling as millions of moons, I can now feel it. As cooling as I can feel the meaning, I can feel it.
That's
As
right, because
cooling.
you're in the right place, man, where that cooling is.
Yes.
See, that's how easy it is. This is easy peasy. The best path in the universe, right, Samaguri? Can you get a more easy, wonderful path than this? Everybody should be here, man. Why teach all these long, difficult ways? Don't. I'll just say what that verse said. Shamananda, Rasakananda said about Shamananda, because it's here. If you want to attain Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya's so easily, come here into this sangha, and you very easily attain this mercy. We'll prove it. You come here, I'll show you the verse. These devotees, even my disciples, are becoming the verses right before your eyes. Magic is here. Go ahead, Tom.
Removing the darkness in both the outside world and the heart.
There you go. You see that you come here for a while, you'll see in our preaching. We remove the darkness, you can see, yeah, we point everything out. That's dark, that's dark, that's dark. See? Shining lamp of knowledge. The Lord here is in here. The illuminate. We got the lamp here. Lights our way. And we have see by the devotee whose lamp is lit, man, loving engagement and a loving service of the Lord. See? Get the right understanding. They give that to you. That's Guru Dev. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You need the living embodiment of Bhagavad Gita 10:10. See, they give you the right understanding because they got it. And nobody else has it unless they have that. That's why you see they're rare right now. And that's why that person's opinion is different than so many others. Thousands of gurus out there don't have that lit. And that's why we have to prove it. We got to prove our knowledge is because of this loving ecstatic worship. See, we got real knowledge. See the verse, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You got real knowledge from those devotees. You see why Jesus said the same thing. Only Father knows the Son, Son knows the Father. Why? Because of that loving, ecstatic attraction and worship. And the Son, see, the Son in this world can reveal that true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. See, all the verses fit like a puzzle perfectly. Okay? Chapter 1, Adi Lila. No, chapter 3 or 4, both of them. Even a foolish child. See, a foolish child can come here and get the mercy of Lord Caitanya. See? And collect the valuable jewels in the revealed scriptures like this. Can preach the real pastimes of Krishna in the vision of the revealed scriptures like this. You can come here and do that very easily. But you can spend a whole 40, 50 years with Acharya Dave with the big title and the nice doties and the big positions and the many followers, but can't get that. That's all we have to offer is this. This is jewels. But if you think something else is jewels, well, you know what to do. But this is wealth. This is winning the lottery 10 times over. Can you imagine people want to win the lottery? And this is better. And it's not by chance. You got to take a chance to win all this money. You got to, well, maybe at 1 out of 1 billion chance I'm going to win the lottery. You come here, you'll win the lottery for God's sake, everybody. 10 times over. It's that easy.
Yes. What's offered here and distributed here is these qualities are far more attractive and far more valuable than what they are hunting for.
Material wealth, renunciation. That's why the Lord kicked that brahmachari out of his thing. Get him out of here. You don't want him polluting my thing. He doesn't like people that promote renunciation. See, he's standing up for renunciation and fruitarianism and all that. He said, that's not the real path. No, he's standing up for that. Get him out of my kirtan. I want my devotees to stand up for the real path, which is the association of Srivas. Bring him back. He took the association Srivas to get into my kirtan. That's the right way, not this sannyas way that they're preaching now. The best that can do is bring you here. The best that following those sannyasis can do is to bring you here. When you get fed up and frustrated of trying to follow principles that many of them are not following, they're just like that Governor Newsom or that Trudeau. They're having a nice meals and having a great time, and you're the one supposed to do all the renunciations. When you're fed up with that hypocrisy, man, even if they do it like that, brahmachari was sincere and everything, and the Lord still said, get him out of here. You can't do enough austerities to get my association. Oh, you come in through my devotee. Oh, very easily. You get my mercy because that's what I'm here to do. That's all I'm here to preach is the mercy of Lord Caitanya that comes through his devotees who have the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is here, and as far as I can see, only here. Prove me wrong. We're not megalomaniacs, really. We're just logical. Prove me wrong. I'd be great. Oh, I'm afraid. I'll wash your feet, man. If you are also recipients of the mercy of Lord Caitanya, I'll apologize for the rest of my life and say this devotee here is really wonderful. I'll fill my mouth with your glories if that's true. If not, I'm gonna smack you around until it gets clear that you ain't got it. I know it's harsh. I know it's tough, but we're here to play, work, play. Go ahead, Tom.
And its wick splendid with the oil of love.
Oh, wait. I think I can use this here.
Okay.
Replying to Freddie, my guru has Parkinson, and he is a protector of the cows, and he stays with them until the cow dies. Did you ever do that? Yeah, you know what he should do? I mean, he'll die a cow protector and all that. If you get him to come here and to get this mercy, Lord Chaitanya, even with his Parkinson's, he'll be cured from the disease of birth and death forever. If not, he'll just be with his little cows. I mean, it's a useless path compared to this. I mean, I got to preach the verses. I mean, he's out there with the cows and not here, and you're here, and still you don't really understand. See, you're telling me I should follow that cow path? Are you kidding? I take people off that path. Look, I got that Govinda off the path of the cow. I mean, to follow that all day. I mean, you can follow that cow path, but you should be here if you want this mercy. Otherwise, you miss the boat. Your guru's missed the boat. He doesn't. If he was really a recipient of the mercy of Lord, you would be different than you are, and you're not. But he's lucky that you're here, even though you don't understand what I'm talking about.
You
Yeah,
saved Karuna as well, Karuna and Govinda from the cow protection.
yeah, the cow thing.
We have a
So
cow. We have the
you
cow.
see,
Yeah.
you see what she's doing. She's trying. Oh, you see, this is the. You're not protecting cows. Oh, yes, I am. Everybody here. Big Brother is the spiritual master, and the cows of Vrindavan are the devotees, and they need a shepherd. See, and the Big Brother shepherds them. I have my cows here, and my cows grow up, and they also become cow herders here. So don't say I'm not protecting cows. I'm definitely that. This is another level of it. This is the real level of protecting cows. When a cow gets enough births, it becomes a human being, and then if it's really lucky, it gets to be the association of a bona fide spiritual master who has the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So we're working on another level. So your guru probably will miss this in this life because you're not good, advanced enough to bring them here. You're not, you're just here to feel good, but you can't preach to him because you still think I should follow that path. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No way, Jose, am I going to go and follow that path. I'm on the path of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Does your guru have love of Krishna? Well, even my disciples, many of them have love of Krishna. So why should I? I mean, I'm asking you, does he have love of Krishna? And can he prove it? Does he have the symptoms of love of Krishna? I'll apologize if he does. If tears squirt out of his eyes and he laughs like a madman, then he's attained Radha and Krishna Vrindavan. I'll kiss his feet. I'll do all these things. If not, I'll try to get him over here so he can get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You should give him this video. Maybe it'll touch something and save him before he kicks the bucket. because it's here, man. This is the mercy. Anybody, Acharya Dave, anybody, you try to get your attention just to look over here. Maybe there's some real sincere desire for Krishna in your heart, because that's all here. We have love of Krishna here. Prove it every day, and we'll continue to prove it till our last breath. Anybody who gets wind of that and gets the wind, see the preaching, and if somehow or other they come over here and they want to find out, if you have a little sincerity in your heart, otherwise you just be some big useless guru out there. Useless. What? You're an idol. Idol worship on this level is useless. What? You many lifetimes following people like you that don't have ecstatic love of Krishna, and you claim to represent it. Come on, man. Let's get off that track. Let's get some real deal, huh? How about the real deal? How about a real resident of Vrindavan here and proves it? Where's your ecstasy, man? Where's your worship of the Lord in ecstasy? And where's your removing the darkness of ignorance of even gurus out there? We're here to teach teachers because they don't seem to know. Yeah, let's get with the real program, man. Let's deprogram people from illusion. You got love of Krishna? Well, then you can represent Vrindavan. You don't have love of Krishna? Ecstatic love with the proof of the tears and the symptoms and signs of God on you? That when you chant Hare Krishna mantra, tears are coming out of your eyes and laughter and all these symptoms the books promote and teach and that our disciples show? Then everybody should come here. Otherwise, you're just useless. Where are you leading your people? You're certainly not leading them to Vrindavan. How is that going to take you? You don't even know. Vrindavan is here now. The mercy of Lord Caitanya is here now. And you're telling them it's somewhere else. You're leading them in the wrong direction, my friends, because you're still in Maya. What kind of guru are you now? The Vrindavan is here, manifested every day. And you're telling people to go somewhere else. I don't think that's very good. Do you, Lalita? You're telling them to go somewhere else. And they're supposed to represent Vrindavan. What kind of, that's bad logic. That's false.
They are leading them to the mode of goodness and not to this.
That ain't Vrindavan. Vrindavan is ecstatic, pure goodness, Shuddha Bhakti. And not just any Shuddha Bhakti. You got the symptoms of which you read about of Nityananda and Lord Caitanya, cry and laugh, and you point out stuff like the verse says, right? You point out the darkness, and that's dark, man. If you don't have love of Krishna, I'm talking to you Guru Devs out there in the Vaishnava line. If you do not have love of Krishna, how dare you represent love of Krishna when you don't have love of Krishna? I mean, to me, that's logical. Let's get real now. Why? Because realness is here. Hey, man, what can we do? The real thing is here. We have to, I have a duty to point people in the real direction, the right direction, so people attain Krishna like that, fast. Not go around beating around the bush. Well, let me see. My Guru Dev he's in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line, and he has a nice dhoti, and I'm going to become Krishna conscious, even though my Guru is not Krishna conscious. The only way you can become Krishna conscious, watch the finger, that's the danda, you're getting danda. The only way you become Krishna consciousness is with love of Krishna. Otherwise, you don't know Krishna. No love of Krishna, no Krishna conscious. You're not conscious of the real Krishna. Only the name, only the name. You don't understand the verses. You don't feel the verses. You don't taste the verses. And you call yourselves Guru Dev. Sorry, you got to step aside now because we're here to finish the job. Unless you want to finish, you could finish the job. Come here and be an example instead of a bullshitter and a liar and a cheater and a hooker crooker guy. Got your positions by hook or crook, by some rubber stamp, some political maneuver. We do Vrindavan politics here. We were elected by the residents of Vrindavan, headed by Prabhupada, right? He came. He really came. I doubt that, Ramdas Vijayavasi. He's kind of like Karuna's guru, you know? I saw Krishna, he came to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then you see how they are. Nah, I don't believe it. That's why Prabhupada said, that, well, a dream and all, we need to see reality. Let's see, if you had a real dream, then you'll have some kind of fruit, right? Krishna Das Kaviraj also had a dream of Nityananda, and there was a fruit. What is that fruit? Chaitanya Charitamrita. What's that fruit that Gohari had a real dream of Prabhupada and a vision of Krishna through the disciple? What's the fruit? You guys. This preaching, effective preaching. See, fruit, not baloney. Oh, yeah, I also saw Prabhupada. I got the orders and all that. And then you see the fruit is not good, right? It's poisoned. Oh, I don't believe that. This is the whole thing. People want to believe in what they don't see. Isn't it nice? You come here, you can believe in what you see and what you hear. There, you can't believe in what, their dreams, because what comes out of their mouth is not the fruit of something real, a real realization, they can't even show the ecstasy, none of them. All the way from Narayan Raj down. Still not showing the mercy. He didn't preach the mercy of Lord Caitanya, did he? Well, neither did any of them, really. So anyway, it's here now. What to do? What to do? What are you going to do? Anybody want that mercy? Anybody studied Prabhupada's books enough to see that kind of mercy is here that you read about? No? Study more. Do another 20 years until you get it. This is what Bhakti Siddhanta did. He had his students read Chaitanya Bhagavat 108 times. And then another 108 times. And he's thinking, well, maybe they'll figure it out, but nobody still got it. The main thing lacking is he needed to preach about the mercy of the Lord. But anyway, there wasn't time. There was no room for it anyway. They were all just hankering for his positions. See, Krishna gets rid of those people hankering to be teachers. You notice that? The teachers go very fast. Do you want this? I mean, do you come here, if you just really, I know I want to come here and get some energy so I can be a big teacher out there. Teach I just want to teach. I just got to teach. I don't care, I don't care if I'm a bad teacher or good. I just want to teach. Or something. I don't know what it is, that people do these things. Okay, go in on me next, Srila Gohari Das. I want it if you got the time to spare. Go in on what? Yeah. So just see, it's all about the mercy, isn't it, Gabriel? Just come here, just bask in the mercy. You have your regular problems like everybody else here. Just come here, stay here. Don't, and if anything's pulling you away from here, well, that's the problem. But then try to deal with it. Just do whatever you can just to stay in this association with these devotees. That's really the essence, because the mercy is being given so easily. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
The wonderful lamp of Navadvip mercifully mercifully shines in this world at every moment.
See, yeah, at every moment he was here. See, and also in the mantra, if you have faith and you're a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, and you bring it back to life by your preaching and your chanting, see, then it shines again. You see why the living devotees have to be here. Otherwise, that mercy, it just fades away and people don't recognize. Somebody has to resurrect that mercy. You know, Jesus, he just resurrected the Bible. That's all he did. It's all in the Old Testament, the essence. They even now, ecstatic Christians, they love the Old Testament because what the prophet said is also true, was prophesied, and it's beautiful. The same thing in Vaishnavism. We're just resurrecting the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's all there. It was there then, and it just, it's just waned, and now it's coming back out. See, now it's shining again in our Sangha here at every moment. Yeah. People can just turn their cameras on. Yeah, you miss the mercy if you don't pay mind to this. You know, winning the lottery is simply turning the channel on, this channel on, and then staying long enough to be purified to see how glorious it is what we have to distribute. That's all. And you won the lottery. Is somehow or other your attention is brought over here and to hear these things. If you claim to be a devotee, if you really want Krishna in this life, it could be so easy for people, so easy for all of ISKCON and the Gaudiya Samiti. It could be so easy if you come here where that mercy that you're still hankering for, maybe, but don't understand it very well. See, we understand it pretty good, and it gets more clear all the time. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I met some people on the screen on the internet. They have the kind of this kind of revival, this attraction to Moses, and they want to travel to the Sinai desert and um, um, build a new life and a new ashram, a new community there.
For Moses,
They have this Moses energy, yes. Like
Choose. Choose.
they call themselves a Sinai group
yeah,
on
it's religion. Basically, they're really attracted to the rules and regulations, and they want to build a temple external. It's like even Christians who are not ecstatic, they do that. Vaishnavas and Muslims, they build their mosques and they do the awe and reverence. Yeah, there's some energy in that. It gives them inspiration. But this is where it's going. Like Jesus said, the Lord is looking for worship in spirit and truth. See, really conclusive understanding and the ecstatic spirit. See, to where we can appreciate the truth because we need the ecstasy, we need the loving ecstasy.
yeah. And the point I wanted to make is to distinguish where they are they feel attracted to a certain quality, and um, the quality here is being offered is distributed is far more conclusive, is far more complete. It's the qualities are eternal, are liberation from all these um, inconclusive paths.
Yeah, it's clear. It's very clear here. We clear away the brambles on the path. See, they can't take these things off the path. These gurus and teachers, they can't see the path clearly. They see something else. They see, the external paths, the Vaidhi path. See, they can't clear this away. See, only devotion clears it away. See, the word. See, the desire of Lord Chaitanya is coming through these devotees here, and it clears away the easy path. See, the quick path where you can just come here, and get it.
Yeah. So what I feel is, um, we need to distinguish. We need to compare. There they offer this, and they distribute this, and here we distribute this, and there's a difference in quality. And every time someone comes with an alternative, we can clarify it and show them, nah, but you are going for these qualities, but these qualities are more here. They are more complete. It's we have to every time
Yeah, we do it.
we can clarify the situation.
Yeah, yeah, we do. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's ecstatic worship. Help, clarifies everything. So yeah. Okay, why don't we take a little break for a while? And want to give us a word first, there, Lalita? Give us a word. You always do that, but you end up saying something. So let's see.
Yeah, and I'm never prepared. I always
Well, it's not about preparing.
no, I wouldn't put my nose in Moses' things, etc., and in those followers. Just stay here, Tom. Man, you're so easily distracted from this real deep thing. Keep close to Guru Maharaj.
I'm not distracted. I'm just
Concentrate.
following. I'm just observing them for this sake, for this goal to distinguish the qualities. And
Yeah, I can.
every time I observe, I come back here because I see here the quality is deeper, is more
Yeah,
conclusive. So it's just a trip
We're,
or just
we're
watching.
discernment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
put your nose in everything. I don't do
Yeah, yeah,
that.
I'm very curious about their
yeah,
qualities and our qualities, and
yeah,
it's not for nothing that I come here back again and again and again.
Yeah, you
yeah.
come back quickly.
Yeah, follow the most attractive, especially when you have that desire. See, Tom wants the best thing, so he wants to be sure that this, and that's great. I also did the same thing. I very similar. I went, well, is it Christ
Is
that's the
this?
best thing? And I was back and forth, back and forth. Then I went to Eckhart Tolle, as he also, and I went to the New Age, and then I went to massage therapies and different. Yeah, we all do it. They went to the world. I thought, well, maybe it's about making money, and did that, so. Yeah, from all angles of vision, you start to see the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is wonderful. I went to the Vaidhi. I went to, I was in ISKCON for 5 years, and not compared to this. Hey, you guys, hey,
Yeah,
you should come here. It's fantastic.
I prefer to put my time in glorification of this Guru Maharaj and explaining people how ecstasy really feels, so that they get attracted to this because this is so powerful,
It is
so
topmost.
good.
This is it. You'll see people will more and more come. We're also getting. I mean, I'm getting purified. Everybody is, and we're going deeper and deeper and getting better at it. It's like practice. You see, you can't teach this unless you practice it and get purified more and
Absolutely,
more. Well, Lord Chaitanya went through it. And
and
yeah,
show the symptoms and explain people exactly how it feels so that they can feel attracted and so that they can recognize it. Oh, I have it. I have something like it. I recognize this, and to make them more curious to develop it more and more.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. This is our adventure is just starting now.
yeah,
Just it's the best thing. I mean, I just get more clear about how good it is. I love this, man. It's just like, yeah, it's just like they were talking. Yeah, I always wonder why I love this book by Prabodhananda, this
yeah. Me
particularly.
too. It's my favorite.
Because it just clarifies the
Strong.
truth. Yeah, the truth of that mercy. And it doesn't, there's the other book, and Chaitanya Charitamrita is doing the same thing. It's
Yeah,
always glorifying the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And so, anyway, I just feel so happy now that, oh, yeah, it's really. because I was, it just needs to be clear, that how that, like, I was for years, all I had was the mercy of Lord Chaitanya from the beginning, basically, and my life was so good. Everything came automatically. Even when I was home, I would just go around in the homeless, and everything always worked out. Just because the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and just basking in it, and that's all people have to do. And so anyway, it comes through the devotees, and you become like the guru. Like, you become as blessed as the guru is. The guru is just the person recipient of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and just to have an official position. But then you see, we're all becoming like friends, and also equally ecstatic, and some, more or less. I mean, at least we got ecstasy. Look, Fanny, she's becoming ecstatic, you know,
Yeah.
and Amy, and you'll see more and more. We got Maria. She's also coming along really nice. Yeah, and don't be so hard on any people for their if they're a little bit, they got their impurities and stuff. Don't worry about that. Lord Chaitanya is the gardener. Just remember that. Yeah. And if anybody is harsh or something, don't, just, back away a little bit, don't, just give them space. Okay, yeah, so we'll take a break now. Thank you very much. Thanks, Gabriel, for coming. Keep coming, and just immerse yourself in this. I mean, isn't that a need? God, you need a path like this, man. Where can you get a path where, even though you have problems, that you can just come here and the Lord will say, well, just because, Gabriel, you and anybody else just coming here, you're coming where I'm giving the mercy, you're going to get the mercy. I mean, why not? I mean, just where else are you going to get this? Everything else is hard, everything. So you can come as you are here, and the Lord will help you in a way that you can't really be helped anywhere else. Not like to this extent. Even Mayavati, even though she just comes here for warm fuzzies, and that's okay. She'll also get something. Hey, Andromeda. Yes, okay. We'll see you later. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Janaki, thank you for coming.
Thank
Evo
you.
and everybody else. We got 18 people. That's pretty good. Yeah. Hare Krishna.